After months of imprisoning members of the Muslim Brotherhood, and in many cases violence leading both Muslim Brotherhood members and those opposing the Muslim Brotherhood dead, Egypt has formally banned the Muslim Brotherhood from operating inside of Egypt. In fact, the MENA, the Egypt State Official News Agency, reported that any institution branching out of the Muslim Brotherhood or receiving financial support from it will be banned. They believe that those are covered activities that violate Islam and its rulings. They go on to say that it violated the rights of citizens when the Muslim Brotherhood was in power under Mohamed Mursi. And while Mursi was in power, citizens lost their basic rights for social justice and security. And that under it, Egyptians found only repression and arrogance. Now, of course, you're going to have to take those words with a grain of salt, seeing as how they are coming from the official state press of Egypt. But that is what's going on right now. Obviously, the Muslim Brotherhood not liking this legislative ruling, or this judicial ruling, I should say. Ibrahim Monir, a leading Brotherhood member, responded by saying, "This is a totalitarian decision. You are losers, and the Brotherhood will remain with God's help, not by the orders by the judiciary of El-Sisi," talking about one of the military authorities there. Now, many believe that this banning of the Muslim Brotherhood is sort of redundant considering what's been going on in Egypt in the past few months. As I alluded to, thousands of members of the Muslim Brotherhood, including many of its top political leaders, have been rounded up and detained. Mohamed Mursi remains in secretive military captivity as we speak. And of course, there have been many killed in violence spreading throughout the country, particularly in Cairo over the course of the past few months. And so many see this as sort of a redundant move, although it can set a precedent that would allow the political and military authorities in Egypt to move from just the political branch of the Muslim Brotherhood and to some of its support network. Now, this support network is incredibly diverse and extensive. It includes churches, schools, charity organizations, a number of different arms of the group that are instrumental both in raising money for the Muslim Brotherhood, but also rallying popular support for the movement. Now, of course, it's not a very popular movement as of right now in Egypt, although it has been more popular in the past. And so the attempt to move against it, I understand politically why they feel the need to do that, but I do worry about what the future of Egyptian politics holds after this move. Now, for the vast majority of its existence, the Muslim Brotherhood was banned. And in fact, it was only sort of informally unbanned in the intervening years over the course of the past year or two. And so the idea that simply by banning it, you can drive it totally underground and perhaps even kill it, that seems completely unrealistic at this point. And many of both the members of the Muslim Brotherhood who have sort of a vested interest, but also just scholars of Egyptian politics say that this is not going to be successful. And in fact, it could lead to the Muslim Brotherhood gaining some additional degree of power because of sort of the aura of it being a martyred political party of more devout Muslims or something along those lines. And so I don't know that the Egyptian politics or the politicians or the military will be successful in their mission. Now, one of the former justice ministers there says a similar thing. Now, this is somebody who does not have as vested of an interest as the Brotherhood members. But Ahmed Mekki says, "The group exists either with state ban or without. It is like Israel for some Arab countries. It exists though some Arabs don't recognize it. Does this affect Israel? The answer is no." And so a similar situation going on in Egypt. And it is going to be interesting to find out what part this plays in the next couple of years of Egyptian politics, because while many of, as we said, the political members have been rounded up by the military, and certainly support for the Brotherhood is at, I would imagine, an all-time low, they still count possibly 1 million members in Egypt. Now, Egypt is a country of over 80 million people, and so as a percentage, it's relatively small. But if you drive it underground, and if you give it this mystique of fighting for something significant, of representing some, I guess, unspoken aspect of Egyptian society, I think that they could be shooting themselves in the foot and actually making it easier for the Muslim Brotherhood to both recruit members and to disseminate its message in future years.